Imagine this. You've got a credit card with a $5,000 limit. You spend $2,000 on furniture. You have the cash sitting in your bank account. The statement arrives. You pay it off in full immediately. Zero interest, zero late fees, responsible behavior. 3 days later, your credit score drops 25 points. You did everything right. So why did the algorithm slap you anyway? The answer isn't about responsibility. It's about timing. The date you're ignoring. Most people think the due date is the most important day. It's not. Your credit score doesn't update when you pay the bill. It updates when the bank takes a snapshot. That snapshot usually happens on your statement closing date, not your due date. Let's say your billing cycle runs from the 1st to the 30th. On the 30th, your statement closes. Whatever balance exists that day gets reported to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Your due date might be the 20th of the next month. So if your statement closes showing $2,000, even if you pay it off on the 5th, the bureaus still saw $2,000. Your credit score is reacting to the photo, not to what happened after. Quick pause. If this is your first time here, welcome to Calvin Invests. We break down how money actually works without the fluff. If this helps, subscribe and share. Now, let's break the system down properly. Why that snapshot hurts so much. Credit utilization makes up about 30% of your FICO score. That's huge. Utilization is simple math. Balance divided by credit limit. If you owe $2,000 on a $5,000 limit, that's 40%. And the algorithm doesn't love anything above 30%. Cross 50%, it starts assuming stress. Approach 100%, it assumes crisis. It doesn't care that you have the money in your checking account. It only sees the ratio. Here's another nuance. Utilization is measured both overall and per card. You could have $50,000 total available credit, but if one small $500 limit card is maxed out, your score still drops. The system flags risk, not logic. The statement date strategy. So how do you fix this? You stop paying only on the due date. Instead, you pay before the statement closes. 2 or 3 days before your closing date, log in and pay your balance down to a very small number. If you're sitting at $800 and wanted to report $10, pay $790 before the statement cuts. When the statement generates, it shows $10. That's what gets reported. Then you pay that $10 by the due date. Zero interest, better score. Same spending, smarter timing. The zero balance trap. Now here's where people go too far. They think, fine, I'll just report zero every month. Not quite. Consistently reporting zero across every card can slightly lower your score because the scoring model wants to see usage. It wants evidence that you can borrow and repay. The sweet spot for high scores is usually around 1 to 7% utilization. There's even a strategy called all zero except one. If you have multiple cards, pay all but one to zero before the statement date. Let one card report a tiny balance, maybe $10 or $20. That signals responsible usage without risk. And remember, reporting a balance is not the same as paying interest. As long as you pay the statement balance by the due date, you pay zero interest. You're just managing the snapshot. The autopay mistake. Autopay protects you from being late. It does not optimize your score. If it's set to pay statement balance, you're reacting after the snapshot already happened. If you want to control the data, you have to act before the closing date. Manual timing beats autopilot. One important warning. Don't abuse this. If you have a $1,000 limit and you repeatedly spend $1,000, pay it off mid-month and then spend another $1,000, that's called credit cycling. Banks see that as suspicious. If you constantly hit your limit, you don't need a payment hack. You need a credit limit increase. Higher limits make utilization easier to manage naturally. The real lesson. Your credit score isn't a live stream, it's a monthly photograph. Most people only learn the don't miss payments rule. Very few learn the control the snapshot rule. Once you understand that your score reacts to one specific moment in time, you stop panicking over random drops and you start managing the angle, because sometimes the difference between a good score and an exceptional one isn't how much you pay, it's when you pay.